A director.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another team training. I have an amazing guest speaker with us today. Janice Hayes is joining us. Hi, Janice.
Hi.
We're so excited to have you today. You guys, this is a big deal, okay? Because Janice was #1 in recruiting last in at the 2021 conference. She was on stage. I'm sure you recognize her. And she was top 5 in sales.
No.
She was the one on stage talking about her dogs. She has a lot of dogs and she does dog shows, if that reminds anyone. Anyways, so she is quite the expert when it comes to those things. And so I've asked her, you guys, here's what happened when we went to Mexico. So I was supposed to be on the plane sitting by my husband, but the airline didn't have a seat together because no one knows why. Anyways, so I'm like, fine, and I won't sit by my husband. So I go where the plane sat me, and lo and behold, it was right next to Janice Hayes. And I was like, well, I think that it was meant to be. I think that was the God thing, because we talked like almost the entire 3 hour. I don't know how long it was, but we talked the whole time and had so much fun chatting and learning from each other. And I was like, okay, you need to speak to my team because you just have a lot of wisdom and knowledge on newsletters. And that's what I want you to share with everyone, because I think that newsletters are untapped. I think we don't use them enough, and you do, and you've had a lot of success with it. So I can't wait for you to tell us about that. But first, Janice, I always have my guests talk about how they found Color Street. Like share your Color Street journey.
Okay, so I was the person that 2020 hit and my dog show job stopped. So there was no dog shows. I had pink and whites for 20 plus years because that's what I did. It was the easiest thing to do with the pickup and everything we did. So my nails were wrecked at 2020 because I'm in California, everything shut down.
Yeah.
And my friends slapped a photo up on Facebook of these. And I said, hey, would that help with my nails, like peeling back when I'm bathing dogs and it hurts really bad?
Yeah.
So she's like, yes, give them a try.
Uh-huh.
So the next day I got them and I tried them, and I was moving a bunch of rock the next day. So like pea gravel that I was like making a whole new section for the dogs at the house because I was at home doing projects. And these things held up while I was moving rocks the next day. Yeah. And so I like posted a photo on Facebook and my feed blew up. And so she's like, you're signing up because I'm not taking all your customers. And I literally signed up that day, and I hit my jump starts in 2 days. Like it was like all of them. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That is wild. I love it. I mean, they do hold up really well.
They do. Yeah, I've never gone back. I just do 2 layers. That's my secret to everyone. Do 2 layers if you're really hard on your hands.
Yeah. Super smart.
Yeah.
So tell us why you decided to use newsletters.
Okay, so for me, newsletter, I am a person that when I'm working online, I'm not a big scroller. I'll like look through it, but I'm not really paying attention on Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you want to get my attention, whether it's dog shows, whether it's my other business, I have a shampoo business, whatever, you have to send me an email. And then I might not even get to that email that day, but I'm going to get to the email because I won't delete something that looks like I want to go check it out later. So whether it's a company, whatever, I will go and look at emails. And not everyone's like that. But for me, what if you get kicked off your social media? Mm-hmm. What if someone turns you in for saying a bad word? What if, things like this happen all the time. And for me, it's more, I just want something that I have my customers' information that they can still hear from me, even if they're more online or whatever. So for me, it's just a matter of an insurance policy
Yeah, I
that
love
I
it.
have my
So
customers
smart.
as email, and I get to add my voice a little more, where you do a post in your group, the post is good for a day, you do a story, it's good for a day, things like that, but people move on really fast. Where if I'm touching them every week in my weekly newsletter, they're getting to hear my voice a little more, and they're getting to see what I'm doing a little more.
Yeah.
So for me, I just have found it to be much more, I get people that really engage with it, and even if they're not writing me back, they reference it in a message or something like that. And it's a way to always put in the opportunity. I'm not a post and prayer. I know that doesn't work. I'll do posts. I'll like add them in, but every week I'm throwing the opportunity around. Every week I'm throwing in, get your own link, or throw a party, or every week. So whether they do it this week, so I'm the person that I have people ordering at the most random times all the time. Like I do sales. If I go under 4,000 in a month, it's not a great month for me. So
wouldn't that be nice?
Right. But I'm just saying that's how regularly they're coming in. And I'm not like, I actively try to get new people constantly, but I am nourishing the people I already have, and they order when they're ready. And it is not, I do my specials in my email. So if it's a buy 3, get 1 free, Halloween, get a retired Halloween set.
Yeah.
Like for the turkeys, like anyone that ordered anything from the holiday set, I did, anybody that orders from this set, you'll get a free little turkey one from me. So those are all in those emails and stuff like that. So but I'm also doing, product review. I tried this combo and this combo on the lips. So you're just touching like my personal experiences. People get to see me. When I had my puppies were really young, every week in my newsletter, cute puppy photo of the week.
Who doesn't want that?
Yeah. So it's like they get a touch. Like when we got back from Riviera Maya, like I thanked all my customers for helping earn my way there. And I made sure to include them in everything. And I just think it has a little more personal touch because I make it sound like I'm talking to one person, and
smart,
that they feel like they're part of it. And it's not just, a company.
So yes, it's personal. Very personal. It's almost like you're bringing the social media feed, the Janice social media feed to them, like the recap of the week.
Yeah.
Which you can actually do. I've done that before where I'll pull content from my social media and like I'll take a picture and the caption and put it in my newsletter. If you're like, what do I put in my newsletter? Maybe you had a really great post that a lot of people commented on, throw that in there.
Totally. And that's the thing. You're not reinventing the wheel. Whatever you're using in your group, use it in your newsletter. Like doing that is huge. And it is not elaborate. I don't know if you want me to share my screen.
Of course we do.
Okay. Because I can pull it up. It is not elaborate. It is not fancy. I am not the artistic. I am definitely not the graphics girl. So just know you don't have to be super fancy.
Okay. See if you can share it, because I don't know if I have my settings.
I think I can. No, not yet.
Hang on. I don't know.
See, this is where you have to
be the host. I'm going to make you the host so you can share it.
Okay. Just make sure I give you the host back.
So that we can end it.
Because I messed up doing that on one of mine before and it was like, okay, now I have to see where I put it.
There we go.
Okay, ignore all my screens and windows open. I can't see. Okay, so this is my newsletter. It's not fancy at all. So Visly, there's a whole bunch of companies that do this for a free way of doing it. So don't overthink it. I use Rule My Business. It's just another platform. There's lots of different platforms. Find the one that works for you. I know Visly has a free option. There's a
Yeah.
couple other
I
ones.
use Flowdesk.
Yeah, Flowdesk.
I
There's a
can't remember
bunch.
if they have a free option or not, but it's FLODESK.com. And I just really like how pretty theirs is.
Yeah, and see, I'll probably move to something prettier at some point, but for right now, this one works for me. So it's just basically a template, and I just change out the photos. So like this week, lately we're releasing something every week. If we don't have a new release, I just touch on something else, like the breast cancer awareness shades would be what I would touch on.
Yeah.
We weren't having a release this week, but we have a release. So I just highlight them. I make sure to let them know if they have their own link to use their link, because people forget if they have their own link, they forget to use it. My shop here button goes straight to my website. I have a separate link for everything. So this is my website, or this is my email link. And then I have a website link.
Oh yeah. Let me touch on that. I want to clarify that because I thought that was so brilliant. So she was telling me this on the plane and I was like, hold up. I was like, I got to take notes. So she created a link that is like, one is a very like a different, a custom shopping link, like a party link kind of thing. But it's like this one she knows is from her email. So she can track where her sales are coming from and see what's working.
Yes.
Which is genius because tracking reveals truth.
Yeah.
So
I already know, like, my stories link is one, and then my website link, and then email link. And so obviously if they have their own link, I can't track it as well, but I know they're getting it because they order through something. So they have their own link. But like today, I know I've gotten 1 order off stories and I've gotten 3 orders off this email. And then I have 1 or 2 off of my website. And then the preferred links, those are the people that already have their own links. So I'm not sure where theirs are coming from, but I do know at least my emails, I know what's working and what's not.
Yes.
So I think
question.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is this like do you create it as a party link or do you like create it as a separate URL?
Nope. I just do a party link.
Okay.
And so I write down which one's which, just so I can keep track, because I don't want to write website link and stories link. I don't want to write that because people see it. So I know which one, how I have it labeled is which thing. So I know, I just like to know where they're coming from. So I know what to put more into. And so far my email links always do better than the rest.
Is the most fascinating. I love it. That's why we all need to get on this.
Also, so you just never know. And so this is something you can do with the back office. So don't think you can't do it with the back office too. It's just a matter of regularly sending them that your customers expect to get this. Yeah. So you can't do them as pretty. Hopefully they're going to update our site at some point, but they haven't done it yet. So
and I was just going to add that I do label mine. So it'll say Facebook orders and it will say Instagram orders because I want them to like, I came from Instagram. So I'll order here.
That's
so you can label them like that.
That's true.
Email orders,
Yeah.
And then I had another question. But I can't remember. Go ahead. I'll remember in a minute.
Let's see if I can turn I hope you're not hearing all of those things going off. I'll mute it.
We are, but it's fine.
Sorry. I muted it. Let's see if that works. Okay. So then I just like introduce each color. I'm not reinventing the wheel, folks. I am copying what they send us in our emails. And that's how I'm telling them, unless it's something I'm feeling really, overly creative. Doesn't happen much.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. And then my foundation sets, I always send twosies that match them. So I'm all month, every newsletter will have the foundation sets in them. Halloween kit is still up. I'm doing a giveaway for something down here. So I just highlight a couple of the lipsticks. I'm new to lipstick. Everybody knows I am not a lipstick person. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to wear them. So I am trying them. They see them in my stories. I post a photo when I do it. And then I do a little review of what I liked and didn't like.
I love it.
Just for me. But
That's
it's
brilliant.
they get this feeling of you and that, okay, you're new to this too. Like I'm saying, this one was scary because it's dark. I don't wear lipstick. Dark lipstick, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like be honest and be you. I always put something about the starter kit. Whether it's, I change it up. It's not always like this photo, but I always do an opportunity. If you have even thought about joining, like always, 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 it's just in there. Like someone joined last night when I was sleeping. Like,
boom.
You never
Who doesn't want that?
You never know what someone's gonna like, what's
oh my
gonna
gosh. That's brilliant. And you know what? I have to say, with a lot of these software, I don't know about yours, but I know with like Flowdesk, you can just clone an old newsletter.
Yep.
And so, yeah, so you can take, it will have all this stuff already in place. And then you can like switch out the photos.
That's all I do.
And you'll already have your starter link. You don't have to like start over every time.
Exactly.
You already there. Have the starter kit there, the like join link.
Yeah.
And then you're just adding a couple updates.
Yeah, that's it. And so like something I do, I always put in my sneak peek group so they can go check it out behind the scenes. I see who goes in there.
Smart.
Yep. And then like, so this, I have a holiday form. So my holiday form, I just have where they start filling out what they want to see for the holidays. And this is a great way to find out, do you want free product? Do you want a chance to earn some extra holiday cash? Have you ever thought about the business? Would you like more info? I just love being a customer. I'm thinking about doing a text thread. If you'd be interested and would want to know how to, this is going to give me an idea on how many people might be more inclined to getting text, whether it's worth my time or not. Like,
oh my gosh,
these, like, this is just something easy. And I'm like, whoever fills this out in the next week, and a chance for a drawing, like Halloween kit, like things you can like play around with that gets your people. Like I do a survey or a form at least 4 times a year to find out what they're liking in the group. My group is jamming. We have fun. There's 1,500 people in my group. They're jamming. We have a great time. And it is something every day. There's a generic post in the morning. I feature a color in the afternoon. That's all it is. And then we just go back and forth. I go live every week. But this is basically my group in not everybody's on social media, not everybody's checking it out. So this is my group in a newsletter. So I have just found it really, really helpful.
Yes. So tell me, do you send it out like once a week? Is that kind of how you do it?
Yeah, I try to stick to once a week. If nothing's really releasing and there's not a whole lot going on, I'll skip a week here and there, but I try to make sure I put it together on Mondays. You know, now that we're getting stuff a little earlier, I can start getting it. But it's honestly, it's not complicated because the template's already there. Once you make a template, you just swap out photos. Like it's super easy to build your own. They make it so easy now. It's really just a matter of getting customers to like understand that you've got secrets in your emails that you might not have in your group. So in the beginning, I did a survey or form so that they signed into getting the emails. That way they knew they were going to be getting some good stuff if they filled out that survey, and then it collects their information. But you can also copy your CRV out of your group or out of your back office.
Yeah. Get the customers that have bought from you. Or another one is if you've done, like if you do a sample form, if you have people fill out a sample form, you know, save those, pull those emails. Hopefully you ask for email.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
And pull those and send those to, send a newsletter to them as well. So like you can really build up a customer base from that and build relationships. You know, you don't realize that you're building relationships with a newsletter, but people are reading these, they're getting to know Janice and her personality. And, you know, I like that you add some personal touches to it as well.
And I think getting your face in there is a big deal. It's just like regularly, because a lot of your customers, I've never met half of my customers. I've never met them in person. I have met them through parties and stuff. So they, you know, they might know me on my face in my group, but what if they're not in your group? I mean, I have lots of customers that aren't in my group because they just don't do Facebook.
Right. There's a
So,
lot of people that don't even, they're not on
yeah,
social media at all. They're done
at
with
all.
social media.
Yeah. So
Um,
they're in my email. I still want them to know my face. And I
yeah.
still want them to know I'm a human behind it. And it's not just a company.
Yeah. And even if it's, I don't think there's anything, I know a lot, some people are like, well, if they're already seeing the post in my VIP group, I don't want to put the same content in my newsletter. I'm like, girl, it's like, even if they see it twice, like that's not a big deal. And it's
It's a
also
reminder.
unlikely, it's pretty
Yeah.
unlikely that they'll see that same exact post and open your newsletter. Like,
Exactly. And if they do, that's only 2 times they've seen it. I can tell you, you have to text me or you have to, like some people, you have to like poke me to be like, hey, I need this from you, or I'm busy. I don't like, remind me. If I don't get back to you, remind me. Don't just like one post. Oh, I guess you didn't know I'm busy. Like, it's crazy around here. So I'm like, people like remind them, because sometimes they'll be like, oh shoot, I started shopping and I totally forgot. Don't go back. Just because they saw it in your group and then they were busy. Yeah. Later that day, they're going to see your email and be like, oh yeah, I wanted to order this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like, so can you tell us kind of like your system? So is it like every Monday? Cause I think it's good to come up with a system so you don't have to, be like, oh, I got to do a news. I think it's so smart to be like, hey, every Monday, I'm going to pull from my VIP group. I'm going to pull from my social media. I'm going to pull from Color Street's email and create
every Monday night I do it. And then I send it out Tuesday morning before the launch.
Nice.
So I get it all done Monday evening. Usually I try to be done working, but that's not ever working for me, but I try to be done by 6. But yeah, I just have it all written. The template's already there. I just replace the photo. We have some awesome graphics people. I love them. I like, my life depends on them.
I know, right?
Whatever they give us, I try to include, because I am not a graphics person and I'm okay with that. I don't want to be that creative. Like that is not my jam, but I just pop in the graphics I want to pop in, figure out what I'm going to say, have it ready for Tuesday morning. And then I do it like within half an hour of the release. Again, you can schedule that. You can schedule on those programs when they go out. So when I'm doing it Monday, I'm scheduling it for the next morning. I like it to go out within the half an hour. So when people open it, they can order it within that half hour. So if they want to do it early, they can do it early. If they open their email later, it's still there, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's so I feel like if you let people know too early, they forget. So I do it the day of. Just because I know that's me. You tell me something on Sunday, I'm going to forget by Tuesday.
Oh, for sure. I will.
Yeah. So I think timing it is very smart. So,
and I love that you reminded everyone that you can schedule newsletters. Like it doesn't have to be done in the moment. Like you can literally do it at midnight. You can work on your newsletter. And I think only some accounts, Janice. I can, but I know a lot of people that can't. And here's my theory, Janice. I think you have to have, I know you and I both have the new digital creator. I think if you're a digital creator on Facebook, you can schedule a post, but not everyone is a digital creator. That's my theory. I could be wrong.
Okay. Cause it just popped up last night and I was like, excuse me. I can all of a sudden
great
Facebook.
But
even those other posting apps, they'll let you schedule things to be able to go on your regular Facebook too. So you schedulers, they are amazing.
So great.
I mean, it's amazing. But the emails, I just think it's a different way to come to your customers, being you, being personal, and definitely just having
including that kit picture and the kit. I mean, and the link to your VIP, your Sync group, or your FAQ group, whatever you guys want to call it. Having a link to that is brilliant. Having a link to join you. Do you have a link to join you?
That's somewhere? On my website. Yep, I have it, and it varies. So I try to change it up every week. So sometimes I have the direct enrollment link. Like, jump in now. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, check it out in the sneak peek. So I do it different ways. So it's not as pushy some weeks, and some weeks I'm like, if you're not doing this, you're crazy. Like I come at them. So sometimes I come at them hard. And then like this week I want them to fill out that form because I want to know where more people stand. And then I come at those people. So if they say they want more information, I'm sending them more information today. Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a way people will fill out stuff where they don't think anyone will see it. Or so if you're asking on Facebook, if you want more information, they don't want other people seeing that they might want more information.
True.
Or if it's in a form, nobody's going to see their answers but me. And then I can work with what might be scary for them. So I've definitely found people are braver in those forums and will ask for information where they will never say it on Facebook.
That's brilliant. So we all need to do the newsletters weekly and the form, an occasional form. She only does them, you said like quarterly.
Yeah, about quarterly. Yeah.
But it's super smart because you're finding out what works, what doesn't, what the people will give the people what the people want,
what they want. They always say inspiration. So my group is always wanting inspiration, but like I kind of stopped giving tips. In the last forum I did, they were like, we want some more tips back. So start giving. So it's like finding out, and they feel more involved. Like it's their group, not just mine. So
yes. I love that it feels interactive. Yeah. I think that's what has made your newsletter successful is that number one, they're personal. And number two, they're a little bit interactive.
Yeah. I try to always have something for them to do in it. So
yeah. Okay. Well, this is brilliant. And I'm super inspired to do this. And I hope you guys are too, because it's just a subtle way. It's a really great way to build that relationship. And you just never know. You don't want to put all your eggs in the Facebook basket or the Instagram basket or the TikTok basket or whatever. I don't think email is going anywhere.
No.
So it's really important to get your customers' emails and start consistently emailing them.
Yep, I agree.
And I think it's almost easier to do like a weekly email than a monthly because you kind of forget about it. You know what I mean?
They're trying to cram, like when I started, I tried to do 2 a month, but then you're trying to cram so much information. Yeah. And then it's like people might miss that one, but if they miss one and they catch the other one.
Yeah. And it's now, it makes it harder to make it a habit. And I think it's something that it kind of needs to become a habit, and then it's just a no brainer. Monday, I make my newsletter. It's newsletter Monday.
Totally. Yeah. And it is. And once you start doing it regularly, it's so easy. And once you get your template set up, they give you pre-made templates. Then you just start swapping out, figure out your verbiage, make tweaks. Yeah. You are not reinventing the wheel every week. So just know that that's not enough.
I just love, Janice, that you've found so much success from like a majority of it, I would say, is from your newsletter. That feels like, that's almost like, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but it's a little bit relieving. Like you don't have to be on social media 24/7. You can just like, if you wanted to just focus on your newsletter, not that I'm saying to totally go off social media, but if you wanted to really make your newsletter a focus, you could get incredible results like Janice
had. There's nobody left behind that way. Like to me, I feel like I'm not leaving any of my customers behind because I'm not, like, I just feel like so many things get, like, especially now in Facebook groups, so much stuff gets missed. Unless you're doing that tag everyone, don't overuse it, but use it, because it's the only way I see things. And I run all my stylist, groups to get them started. I don't see any other stuff, and I'm an admin when I get them started.
Right.
So I'm like, if I'm not seeing the groups I'm running and helping start people, then how are other people seeing it? So just know that, like, you're missing a lot of people that may not even be in your group, that may not even be, on social media. You just don't want anybody to feel like they've been left behind. I have so many older customers that just are not on Facebook. And let me tell you, they order when they want to order. And when they do, it's like $150 at a time. Like they are all in. And once a month, and it is at the most random times of the month. You know, it's just, and you can kind of see your analytics and insights. You can see how many, you know, I have over a 60% open right now on my emails.
That's
when I
incredible.
started, it was 20%, and that's more average. But
Yeah.
I have trained my customers to expect different things in that email. So they open it.
Yes.
So
yeah. And I think it goes back to that. You've been consistent, you've personalized it, you've given them a lot of value, you know, by adding tips, different looks, your reviews, all that.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because I'll do, even with the nail, like hand and nail care, like this week I did lips. So next week I'll probably do more like strengthener, or whenever it comes back, I'll do strengthener. I'll do the cuticle oil. So I did, you know, before and after photos of cuticle oil. What's the importance? Like, I just highlight different things to keep them in people's minds. So we don't just post it once and forget that, hey, we have hand, lip care, all that stuff. You want to regularly bring it up.
Brilliant. Yeah. I love it. It's so smart. Oh, well, thank you so much, Janice.
Thank you. That was the best plane ride ever.
I know, we had so much fun chatting. It was awesome. I was like, it was meant to be. It was meant to be,
totally,
for sure.
Totally.
All right. And thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're so inspired to start doing regular newsletters with your customers and your future customers and your future stylists. We'll see you next week. Thank you again, Janice. Bye.
Bye.